The ancestors are speaking.
The ancestors are speaking.
So be tapped in.
Tuned in and turned on to your
Manifestation.
turned on to your manifestation.
And turned on in your manifestation. Your manifestation.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Galactical Goddesses. Now, today's topic is race and reality. We got some thrilling dialogue and some wonderful commentary for you today. But first, to get us started, I want y'all to know I'm not black. What do I mean by that? Stay tuned to today's show and find out.
Peace, love, and light. It is your Galactical Goddess, Cosmic Chameleon. Welcome to the Galactical Goddesses show. Okay. We thank you for allowing us into your humble abode, your universe, your galaxy, your world, all that good stuff. Today's topic for discussion today is
Race and reality when dealing with Karen.
Hey, Karen.
How many of y'all met a Karen before?
Yes. Karen before she was Karen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now she popular.
Okay.
What was that like?
I don't know. It was like Becky transformed.
Yeah. I know what that's like.
Y'all know I like to
Came up in here looking like Karen.
What's
I was trying to be Karen today.
Okay.
It must feel good
Be
to
free.
like, you know,
Be free.
people having fun and they like,
Do what you want to do.
all because of your race.
Privileges.
Maybe.
My black card never got me all of that.
Not really.
I don't know about all that. My melanin isn't that bad.
I mean, it's popping and whatnot, but
But
what did Joe Black get you here?
Mm.
Go, you good on any MLK, I know that.
You really want to know?
Go, girl.
I'm done with the juice. Girl, what you think you said I'm here
Yeah. Okay.
for? I'm tripping
All
over
right.
goddess.
So what did my black ever give me? Check this out. Y'all don't like this. Everything that they so-called denied me because I was black gave me the door to the spiritual. And from there, all things are possible.
That is true.
Facts.
And I got something to say about Karen.
Go on.
Now, y'all may not like this, so hold on to your hats.
I'm working on
Y'all
myself.
ready?
I'm working on myself.
I'm open. Oh,
Yes.
While
Yes.
we talking about energy and attracting and giving, now we don't like being called pickaninnies. We don't need to be calling white women Karen and Becky. Those are people that have a name, okay? Because sometimes you have to respect people when they don't respect themselves. Like my, you know, I shade to Michelle Obama, and when they stoop low, you go high. Because the biggest lie anybody can sell themselves is that everybody black is your friend and everybody white is your enemy. That's because when you working from a spiritual vibration, you understand that the Most High works through whoever they want to. But if in the event you deal with racism, you happily check it, sign it, and hand it back to them.
Facts on facts.
That is true. I would say you
Facts on facts.
both parties are necessary. You know, the way how sometimes people just make it their business to complain about certain things that has absolutely nothing to do with them. And what makes that necessary is when you're able to overcome it, even though they did what they did, it's like, okay, you know, you go ahead and do that, but this is still going to happen.
Facts.
So it's necessary. I just regard it as opposition, and it comes in any form, as you would say.
So I got a question then, because we've been singing as the so-called black man in America that we shall overcome for a long, long, long time. And now our ancestors wrote this already. We saw it coming. Therefore, that's why we prepared for the end. However, how do you continue to encourage a people that has been trampled on for so long? Standing in front of those so-called entities, we'll just call Karen as a representative energy.
energy.
How do you encourage a people that really can't seem to get ahead, even though we've been the head? What do you say to them?
I would say first, stop using that word minority.
Oh yeah,
Because we're
That's
not
a
Yeah,
alone.
it's nothing. It's
I don't
nothing-
take a census.
Yeah, it's
When the
nothing.
last time you was
Step number one:
Yeah,
get rid of the word minority.
Yes.
You guys go ahead.
That's
You
good.
next.
I
Go
say
ahead.
we get rid of the word identifying as black too.
Oh,
If
I
we
like
gonna
get
do
me
it.
started. I mean,
If we,
I like
I like it
I
as
think
a
we
vibe.
should.
I
Right.
like it as a vibe, but as you elevate and you realize that you are not a color.
Right.
Well, let me tell you why I like
Yeah,
black. I'm
it's
sorry,
true.
I cut you off.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Let me tell you why I like being called black, even though, I get everyone's viewpoint. But in a metaphysical perspective of black, black is power, black is infinite, black is mystery. And we are the only ones that are mixed with everything across the globe.
Remember when
So I love my
And
black baby.
I will correct that because not mixed. We are the origin. Everything
Exactly.
comes from
From
us.
us.
That's that black matter, baby.
Facts on
Yes.
facts.
They
Yes.
that 90s, baby.
But you know what I mean.
I'm being exactly what you know.
I'm what you is.
Which kind of, I feel like which kind of leads me to where I kind of was going with my Tantra Soul sex sessions. The truth of the matter is, we are everything. And so one day I may feel Asian, and then the other day I may feel, African, and I really do be feeling like this.
Right.
I really do.
You are
And I
Have you
am.
done your ancestry chart? I got your
Yeah.
ancestry done.
No, I got a past life reading done. So,
Mm.
but yeah,
A past
We're
life
gonna hit you
reading.
up for one another.
Mhm.
We'll talk about that.
Ooh, wee,
I can't
baby.
wait for mine.
I just had to do like this.
That sounds interesting.
Tongue
Yeah,
loud.
sure.
Finish him.
oh my God,
That's how you gonna get
I swear
Karen.
to God.
You next.
But bringing us back to the point.
Okay, Karen.
Race and reality. The reality is it ain't no races. Y'all know that these scientists cooked up race. It's a species.
Made up.
We are a human species. And
Correct.
biologically speaking, a species is any being that can mate and have viable offspring. So if you can mate with someone of a different color and have a viable offspring, y'all the same species.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm. Yes.
But what do you answer to the person who watches their brother getting slain on TV or on the internet day in and day out?
I had to realize that the energy, energy is very important. Frequency is very important. You being aware of yourself, you mastering your emotions is very important. Abundance is a frequency. You got to know what your birthright is. You got to know who you are, not who they taught you who you were, but that's a whole nother day. We'll come back to that. So the reality of it is that a lot of times Karen can be all of us, and so can Cleotis, and so can Sharkeisha, and so can I don't know,
Come
Kung
loud.
Cloud. At the end of the day, the moral of the story is that we all are operating on specific frequencies. And sometimes, what's so interesting is that you can be yourself. I could be cosmic. Then all of a sudden I relapse and Karen make me touch her. And now I'm Karen. Because I allow her energy, her entity, her demon to jump into me. And that's how these physical fights happen. People come into you provoking with this energy, and you let them let their demon jump into you. So now it's two fools instead of just one. It happen real fast, y'all, sometimes. You gotta be careful.
I would argue that in that case, the different
Entities.
vibrations are the
Energies.
different species or the different races.
Names,
But now we
words.
cooking with grease.
I also wanted to add, like, if you, for the people who do read the scriptures, it does say you walk in the spirit. You not in your flesh, right? So
Hello.
you wrestle not against flesh and blood. Like it already teaches us,
It say some facts in there.
like it's things in there that is helping us to see, like you say, when that person comes with those things, when you react out of yourself, that's what causes you to, But if you want a higher, like you all say, like higher frequency, you react different.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right, because when you put your vibration where it's supposed to be first thing in the morning, things like that don't cross your path for Jump Street.
Morning routine.
You start from the beginning
Okay.
of the day. Yep. I agree with that.
So maybe we'll talk about this at the spa, but I think, did I attract?
I'm open. I'm not judging.
Test.
I'm not judging. I'm just
You pass with flying colors, baby.
You know what I've been working on? I've been working on observing and not absorbing it. So not judging it, not trying to put labels on it so I can define it, to not allow my ego to, feel no type of way. But
flag on the play right there.
Give me
That's
the
where
go.
you messed up. That's where you messed up.
Give me the
Let yourself feel what you feel
Feel
and
it.
then process
And let it go.
Yeah.
Because
Feel
if you
Correct.
process it without feeling it, you're not exactly telling the truth. If something pisses you off, it pisses you off. It is what it is. But when you hold that in, it's in there. You a magnet.
hold it
Gotta
in.
let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
You see that?
Y'all,
And then you be like, now how did I attract that? Okay.
you got too much
We're coming back, y'all.
for TV, y'all. You got too much
TV, y'all.
Oh, what's that episode?
Who's
Y'all
your
tell me about
superheroes?
that episode. We're not gonna have a too much for TV episode.
I don't know. They better stay tuned.
Oh my God! I just got through watching a great show on Boss Up Houston Network. Have you heard? They're bossing up, okay? And I heard they're looking for you. Any podcasters, talk show hosts, if you're a writer or producer, we definitely need you. Come aboard and boss up.
Are you a small business owner that is struggling to promote your company?
Our topic today is what's your status?
Shoot the dice at this
Hey,
point.
you just shoot the dice. Roll the dice.
So,
Yes.
Hey, how y'all doing? It's attorneys. Victoria Blanco.
I love it.
Imagine being televised on a national platform. How about being a host or sponsor on a syndicated podcast? Or being featured on exclusive promotions and interview for your product to your ideal customer? Hi, I'm Kayla Sneed, and I'm head of sales with Boss Up Houston. And here at Boss Up, we like to help small business owners and entrepreneurs advertise, promote, or become a sponsor for one of our television, podcast, or radio shows. All you have to do is click the link down below to see if you qualify. I'll be seeing you soon.
This is Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
Elevation Energies. It's your goddess Karamoko, back at you with another libations and information, gods and goddesses, past and present. So when I talked to y'all earlier, I told you I wasn't black, and I mean it. I'm not black. I'm OJ. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, your girl is a conundrum wrapped inside an enigma. So what is black? Black is a color, right? Yeah, we all got color, melanin. But in the eyes of the law, black has no standing. You see, I am a Moor. What is a Moor, you say? Well, Moors are the first blacks, so to speak. Now, Moors are the ones that are native to America. As a matter of fact, we are native to all lands. See, as I state, there was never a time when we were not. So I tell you all about Kemet, and I tell you about our culture, but our culture is all cultures. So here in America, I am native, hence the headdress. But a native to America, as a native to all places, is a Moor. So who are the Moors? The Moors are those who traveled around the world. They jumped on boats. They brought others from one land to another. So you cannot pin someone down to one land, okay? So if I say that I am an African in America, that might work. But by me stating a Moor, that means that I am native to all lands. And furthermore, when I talk about being not black, I'm not saying I'm not the vibe, right? Because the word black is both a color and a vibe. That vibe is black power, and I'm all of that. You see, I'm black pride, I'm everything that you think about when you think about black, but I am more than that. So when you get into it, you know, as we learn more and we start to love and embrace ourselves more, we have to elevate. This word black was given to you, just like color, just like Negro, and all of those things were designed to confine you. That jail, so to speak, is keeping you from having any civil rights. So when they speak about the so-called black man, they mean it. That so-called black man is somebody who does not exist in the eyes of the law. So this whole black matter, oh yeah, that's powerful. But see, the black lives, that's just lingo. That's just dialogue. That's just dialect. It has nothing to do with your rights. See, as a Moor, I know who I am. I know that there is no power that is greater than me. I, self-law, am master. That means that I can govern myself on the seas and on the land that is mine rightfully. So when we get down to the bottom of it, I speak with y'all about gods and goddesses past and present. As I say over and over again, you are right here, we are right here. But as you learn about your blackness, realize you are greater than that. I love y'all. Islam, salam.
Peace, love, and light. It is your galactical goddess, Cosmic Chameleon, coming at you once again for Tantra Soul Sessions. So the topic that is going to segue Tantra Soul Sex Sessions is beach Karen. So this is basically a situation that happened. It was maybe like one full moon ago. I'm not good with time and dates. I do stuff like that full moon. I don't know, it's strange. I ain't figured it out, but it was one full moon ago. I remember because I went to the beach to do a ritual, meditation, just chill out during that full moon. And every full moon, I make sure that I'm like, be on your P's and Q's. You're going to be tested. And so I went to the beach, me and the whole squad, the whole tribe. Me, the baby, my spiritual partner, the two babies, and new baby, Callie. So we went to the beach. We got there. And it was at nighttime. It was like maybe like 8 o'clock. We rolled up on that bad boy. We was at Galveston. We was at the seawall. And we went to go lay our stuff downstairs. Everything. The phone, the music, the bubble party. We just go all out. We go all out. But anyway, the moral of the story is, I got there. We stayed there for a second. We danced, we chilled, we vibed. We went back up the stairs. And Spirit was just saying, look at your stuff. As people, because there was a few people around. There wasn't too many people. And usually I'm really in La La Land. I don't really feel like I have to protect myself. I feel like I'm protected. So, but this day, I was on my square. And someone kept saying, look at your stuff as you go up the stairs. Make sure you're looking. And I'm like, okay, I'm looking. So as I get upstairs to get to the car, I see this Caucasian lady, whatever she want to be identified as. I see her walking because you know I identify myself what I want to, but anyway, we'll go back there. Anyway, so I go upstairs and I'm looking at this Caucasian lady, whatever she want to be called, walk towards my stuff, but I'm like, no, she ain't going to my stuff. No, she ain't going to my stuff. And she get to my stuff and she start kicking it over. And I'm like, no, I'm making it all up. So all of a sudden, I started going inside myself a few times. And I said, hey! And all of a sudden, she kind of stopped, paused, looked up at me, and she seen that I was walking back down the stairs. So I kind of had, the babies was like trailing behind me. And I don't want to be no bad role model unless I got to be a bad role model. But I started strolling to the stairs, walking down the stairs, and she walking towards me. She see, I can look at her face, and she waiting for me to say something, but I'm not saying nothing. I don't got nothing to say. And so as she come to me, all of a sudden, she switched to this whole other entity and started saying, I am so sorry. Oh my God. And I'm looking at her, put on this whole show. And I'm like, she want me to touch her. She want me to really say something to her. She want me to reach out and lay my hands on her. And how this ties into whole
Tantra Soul Sex Sessions. Because we want to know. Everybody want to talk about sex. Let's really talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Sex is emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, metaphysical. Sex is so much, and we've only touched a little bit here right now, but we'll come back to that. So, as I'm looking at her, she's putting on this whole show. I'm looking at her, I'm like, ma'am, don't touch me. Get back. She still want more, so I keep going deeper and deeper inside myself. I'm trying to be more silent her to make sure I don't go to jail today again. And so as I get towards my stuff, she start helping me pick everything up, and I'm like, what? Okay, this is the type of game she want to play. So I'm looking at her. She's like, I am so sorry, and so I pretty much just shared with her, ma'am, peace on purpose. And she said, what? I said, ma'am, peace on purpose. And she looked at as if I convicted her whole soul. And so I say that to say that a lot of times it's a lot of energies and entities and demons or whatever you want to call it going on. And they really just want your energy. They really just want you to come outside yourself, especially when you the light. They really just want you to really go to jail with them. They already in prison. They want you to come, let's all go together. People want you to be in prison with them mentally, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, all of that good stuff, because they not comfortable about who they are. And so the reality of it is that it's important for us to be somewhere within inside of ourselves. We practicing cultivating the mastering of our emotions on a daily basis, and be more aware of ourselves mentally, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, so we can go about having healthier relationships, or relationships that help us cultivate our purpose for being here on this planet. And so purpose, we definitely got to make it popular. I like when Toby said that. That's one of my favorite artists. Shout out to Toby from the SWAT. So it's a beautiful thing when you have reached a place when you can acknowledge where you came from, but still recognize you making progress and give yourself credit for that, because that lady wanted me to snatch her soul. But I didn't physically do it like she wanted me to. She wanted me to put my hands on her. Whatever unhealed trauma she may have been dealing with, maybe I represented her mother to her, whatever, or mother energy. And so a lot of people dealing with stuff like that, people who on domestic violent relationships, people, we are all trying to heal our inner child. And so the moral of the story is just be aware, be open to growing, be open to acknowledging when you can do better. So peace, love, and light, peace on purpose, all that good stuff. Love y'all.
Hello everyone, this is your goddess Nicole back here with your creative palette session. Today we're going to be talking about race and reality. So I'm going to start off with a quick story. Being here in Houston, I've noticed that throughout any time there is any type of natural disaster or anything going on, hurricanes, COVID, anything like that, it's hard to find things in certain areas. So today I wanted to use that as an example, something that I buy very often, and this is the Essence alkaline water. Have you ever heard of something called a food desert, right? A food desert is a place that sometimes doesn't always have the best options because of the income of the people that live there or the location of that area. So to kind of bring this topic to life, I wanted to share about something that I enjoy a lot, which is this Essence alkaline water. What I realized in my neighborhood is that this is something that I can hardly find. So sometimes when there are hurricanes, bad weather, or like throughout the COVID time, finding water has been hard, especially for a person like me who only drinks alkaline water. So what I do is that I have to go to the other side of town where the race is different, and voila, there are as many of these as needed. I could purchase up to 20 bottles that if I wanted to. And these happen to be $5 and change per gallon, which is a lot more expensive than a regular gallon of alkaline water. But I just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention just to show you that, you know, they always say, oh, we talk about race too much, but race does have something to do with it. If you live in a certain area and there's a certain demographic of people in that area, better products are always available to them. In my experience on the side of town where I live, if they don't have anything in the supermarkets where I am always guaranteed to go to Whole Foods and find exactly what I need. And that has been true throughout every hurricane that came to Houston and also throughout the pandemic. So that's just a little tip for you guys, whichever side of town that you live on or wherever you are. Always check out a marketplace in a good area and you can always find your products. Or you know what, I challenge you to create your own. If there's a way that you can start doing your own good products that are available for your community, trust me, people are looking for them. They're looking for good quality. They're looking for good customer service. You're also free to start to do your own thing. So that's my little tip for today. Thank you for watching.
Ekubo. I'm Mayasa T. Muse and welcome to another session of Divine Rhyming. As you know, I am one of the Galactical Goddesses, but today I don't exactly have a poem for you, but I do have a story concerning race and reality. Now, racism is a very real institution that has plagued some and privileged others for many years. And it's being dealt with on a lot of levels, both good and bad. And at the same time, it creates a challenge for me because as a spiritualist, as an oracle counselor, and as a messenger, I have to deal with all things, including racism, from a spiritual bird's eye view. So this is what happened. True story. 2 days ago. Picture it. Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. Stuck in the middle of a storm and my flight gets canceled. So I'm wandering around this airport trying to figure out whether or not I need to catch a Greyhound bus, book a hotel, or do whatever I need to do to make sure that I'm on the same plane with my luggage. I was told that both of the early morning flights headed into Houston were booked solid, and I would be stuck in Dallas until 5 p.m. the next day. So I went to the bottom part of the airport where the baggage claim was to see if there was any way I could get my luggage. And while I was standing in line, there was someone standing behind me. And she was breaking down crying. And I don't mean the my boyfriend just broke up with me kind of tears. Oh no, this was serious pain. Like it was serious. And it didn't matter that she was white. I knew what that kind of pain looked like. I knew what that kind of pain felt like. And another person who was an employee of the airport, he was an elderly white male. And he walked over to pray with her. He was like, I'm just going to pray for you. And as soon as he said pray, I said, I'll join you. There was nothing to talk about. And we stood right there in the airport, mask on, social distancing, okay, fine, whatever. And we prayed for her. And the interesting thing is he prayed his Christian prayer, Our Father in the name of Jesus. And I prayed my Yoruba prayer. And it didn't matter that I was black and he was white and the person we were helping was white. What mattered is that God was God. So I saw to her, make sure she got her flight booked. Make sure she got her bag checked. And I looked her in her eyes and I said, this too shall pass. Then when she went on, got her on about her way, the blessing came immediately. The same 10 o'clock flight I was told that was full, I was booked on immediately. I say that to say race, and especially now that's my viewpoint as a spiritualist. Now as an artist, I see Olodumare, God, Goddess, the ultimate creator, the most high, the absolute, you get my drift, is an artist. And I look at different races of people as the Most High's different designs of people. It's just sad that humanity is so smart that we have to create wars between skin colors for a planet we all gotta live on. But I guess that's just my wishful thinking. But I will leave you with this. There are angels and demons in every race, color, creed, walk of life, religious domination that there is. So maybe we could better fix this around here when we start paying attention to people's spirits more than their skin colors. That's what I have for today. It didn't rhyme, but it was kind of poetic. I'm Mayonsa T. Muse, and thank you for joining me for Divine Rhyming.
Everybody get your superhero. Get your superhero on.
No, I'm just playing.
No, but it's a good crazy.
That's
it's like the best
necessary.
crazy ever.
The funnest crazy
Best
to ever
crazy
be.
ever.
I
She
love
gonna cut it
myself.
somewhere, y'all.
The ancestors are speaking.
The ancestors are speaking. So be tapped in, tuned in, and turned on to your manifestation.
Turned on to your manifestation.
And turned on in your manifestation. Your manifestation.